I mean, former Vice-President Atiku Abubakar, Peter will be will be naming a new platform on the 30th of June. BK, for political watchers, what does this, before 30th of June, for political watchers, what does this signal?
It signals that they are serious about confronting the ruling party and putting an end to his rule. I don't know what platform they intend to use, and I don't think they want to form a new party because they know that is very cumbersome. So they will adopt one of the parties already registered. We don't know what that what party.
What party will be?
Yes, they have some issues with the SDP because some of the people in the SDP are reluctant to welcome these people. They don't want their party to be invaded and hijacked.
But look at the strength and structure of PDP. You think they could use PDP as a vehicle?
No. The way it is today, there are elements within the PDP who will do. Atiku wants to be president. Let's not kid ourselves. Atiku wants to be president. He thinks that he's not too old to contest in the 2027. He wants to be president. He's not likely to get the ticket in the PDP.
Okay, in the PDP.
No, he's going to be resisted. Mark my words, he's going to be resisted. There are young people in the PDP who are also interested, who believe that Atiku has had far more opportunities in the party. He's been standard bearer for them on a number of occasions.
Okay.
Yes. On a number of occasions, he's been standard bearer, and he didn't get the job of winning the presidency done. So they believe that this party was not created for him now. So others should get their chance.
they have a point.
So to that extent, he knows that the PDP
is a no-go.
It's a tough place for them to try to actualize their ambition.
Okay.
Now, they can go to SDP, they can go to, if they can hammer out a deal with some of the elements who oppose them in the SDP, they can use the SDP, which would be really beneficial to them because SDP has been there for some time. It's a popular name. Remember, Abiola used that platform back then, so it's even nostalgic for some of them. And they can use any other party, but they need to use a party that is fairly well known. And I think SDP fits the bill if they can hammer out a deal with those who are saying, no, you can't come here and take over our party and all that. But the PDP, you know that El-Rufai has always said he will not go to PDP.
He will not go into the PDP.
You know? El-Rufai has said that he will not go because he will see that as political suicide. Given all of the things he had said about them.
Way back.
And people will taunt him. They will almost taunt him out of town if he tries to go to the PDP. So there are many things. It's just like there are people who can never come into the APC. There are people. I can place a bet, huge bet, on some people that no matter what you do, they won't end up in APC. They would rather die than go to APC. There are some people like that. Yes, they won't go. I think I once told you about a news item that when I was running the newsroom and they said, Sule Lamido, I told my boss.
That is wrong.
No, I said this is not, this story cannot be correct. And I was vindicated. Because I called the man, I said, is it true that you joined the... He said, never. So there are others like that who will never join the APC. So I think that SDP, maybe, just maybe, but the thing is, it's becoming clear to them that they need to come together. They need a coalition of opposition elements to defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If anybody thinks that he could ride on the wave of anger against some of the policies of the government, like the unification of the exchange rate, that's the floating of our currency, the removal of subsidy, to win the election. In our context, to win an election, you need organization. You can't leave it simply to the masses. Oh, the masses are happy with us. No, if you do that, the way you will lose, you will be dazed. So, because I hear them say, oh, this election will be Bola Ahmed Tinubu versus the Nigerian people. Was the previous election between Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Ghanaian people? You need that organization to be able to conduct an election and deliver victory to you. So those who are saying, oh, I just look at them. And that's why that coalition, and more of them, including the very boastful ones, are now agreeing
the coalition is the way.
Yes, that no single party can defeat the president in this election. So my advice to them, get the coalition working. If you can come together, you stand a much better chance.
Okay.
Sort out your problems, come together. As I've always said, if the opposition had worked together in 2023, they would have received about 14 million votes.
Absolutely.
Which would have been a landslide victory, you know, over the candidate of the APC. But they couldn't come together, and you can see what is going on now. The implosion of the PDP is suggesting clearly where we are headed.
Okay.
PDP, people are jumping out of the PDP like a house on fire. So how can such a party muster so much strength in 2027? It will take a miracle.
All right, Dotun, talk to me. Before 30th of June, they would name the new platform, the platform. What does this signal?
Well, it's not so much about the platform. It's about the people who are going into that platform. That's the truth. You can get the best of platforms and still not get it right. When you look at the news coming out from that coalition, there is something that stands out, and BQ mentioned it. Who is going to be the candidate? I can tell you that for the obedience, who are holding the 6-point-something million votes, the moment Obi doesn't get that ticket, they are out. So, I've said it since before the 2023 election. And I have a lot of friends who are with the former vice president. There is nobody who is in that media team that I'm not close to. He shouldn't run. Even in 2023, I said it. It is not so much about people not liking him. It is about the fact that the game has changed. And if it happens again, which will happen the moment he shows interest, that he gets the ticket, then I can tell you that that coalition is gone. That's the unfortunate part of it.
Okay.
So we need to talk less about the platform, but more about the people who are going in it. What do their supporters want? You know? I wish these people could do a genuine poll among Nigerians and base the outcome of the poll on what they are going to do in the party. Seriously.
All right then.